Abel Longoria. I'm a photographer from Houston, Texas. We're making a road trip from Houston to Austin with a final destination of Notch Hamburgers, which is our Texas Vanagons Meetup location for tonight. On road trips like this, part of the appeal of making a road trip is seeing new things. Most of the times I stay off the main interstates. I will hit highways, backcountry roads, hit all these small towns that have been left in time, so to speak, that have the old main streets, old theaters with old marquees. As a photographer, those types of buildings really appeal to me to photograph. There's a lot of character, a lot of history there. So on road trips, I tend to pull off, do a photo walk, grab my camera, walk around town for 30 minutes, an hour, just see what I can find. Stop at the local cafe, have lunch on the town square, photograph the courthouse, things of that nature. So the road trip isn't all about the destination, it's about the journey to get there as well. It's all the little stops in between that make the entire trip whole. I've always been a traveler in the past. Most of the times I've just flown to different cities I haven't been to before, rented a car, drive around, use public transportation, that kind of thing. But since 3 years ago, since I've owned my van, when I purchased my van, all of my traveling has pretty much been driving. I drive everywhere now. What really pulls me towards the road and driving in my van is being able to see all these things that I would not normally see otherwise. Normally when you're on vacation, you jump in a car, AC on, radio on, you're doing 90 to nothing to get to your final destination, to get to that town, to get to that hotel. Well, owning a van like this is totally different. You have a completely different mindset. This mindset is go slow, take your time. The drive to the destination is part of the trip, so you make the most of it. You're not doing 80 miles an hour in this thing, at least not in mine. I drive with the windows down, even in 100-degree Texas heat, air blowing through the cabin. It's a great feeling in general, just to be on the road.
Hey guys, this is Abel Longoria with TexasVanagons.com. This is a little insight to how our meetups go. It's actually a Tuesday night here in Austin, Texas, and we have about 12 Vanagons in attendance, which is awesome. I know the West Coast tends to get a lot more, but we're in Texas, not many Vanagons at all. So for having that amount here tonight is a big win.
So I think what's best about these is the camaraderie. Everybody here has a like-minded attitude about the Vanagons. They love them, they go camp them, they use them, they modify them, and the best thing I think is everybody here is willing to help. I've done it before, let me show you what I did. Here's the problems I ran into. Let's go over, let's look at your van, let's figure this out. And that community spirit, that's really what drives these meetups.
The community's been great. If I ever have any questions, there are plenty of people to ask. I used to go to the Samba all the time to read all the different web forums, all the different questions, and then now it's a little bit easier, and it's nice to have people locally. That's the best part about this group and this meetup, is to have people locally that you can commiserate. When we first organized, I remember I introduced myself. Hello, my name is Nathan. I have 6 Vanagons. I have a problem. And we just kind of went from there, and everyone's just been great.
I love driving my van. I look for any excuse to be able to go out and drive the van. I love coming to these events because everybody that comes to the events also drives the van and loves their van for their own reasons. They're great vehicles. Everybody's different. It's like their own little work of art, done in their way. You get different ideas from different people. And I don't know, the van people are a different kind of people. It's like we're all like one big happy family when our vans aren't broken down.
Top Notch, the building has been here since the 50s. It was a car hop. A family bought it in '71 and changed the name to Top Notch. Top Notch is famous for a lot of things. On the food side, it's a family recipe fried chicken, and we've won number 11 in the country for best fried chicken. We just did a photo shoot for Paula Deen's magazine for fried chicken. So people that know come here and this is their fried chicken spot. I think the Vanagon appeals to a pretty specific crowd. I grew up, my first car was an air-cooled '63 bug. And I've always been in the Volkswagen scene. And then, you know, at some point you want to take your van a little further than your air-cooled wanted you to drive. So you start looking into the newer models and the features, and it's got just all the great touches, and it still has a soul. You know, you could argue that some of the other conversion vans out there are just, you know, off the assembly line. But the Vanagon, it's got style, it's got character, and the German efficiency is undeniable. Now, a lot of people change the motors out, myself included, but it's still a Vanagon.